Hi, my name is Javier. I'm from Madrid, Spain, and I work for an investor relations advisory firm doing business development. Now, let me tell you, if you're not familiar with investor relations, every publicly traded company, every listed company worldwide has an area or a department which is dedicated exclusively to providing information and service to its shareholders and future shareholders. That area is called investor relations. And my company caters its products and its services to providing support to this area called investor relations. Now, my time doing business development for this company is mainly composed of 5 different things. 1, researching, 2, emailing, 3, making phone calls, 4, traveling, and 5, writing proposals. So, as you might imagine, the most important aspect of a business development role is to properly identify companies which are most likely going to be able to do business with you. And the way I go about that is researching companies on the internet. I look at their websites. I go into the area within the website that says investor relations, and within that area of investor relations, there's normally information regarding their financial calendar. Now, their financial calendar normally has a lot of information regarding the activities they have programmed for the year, such as number of conferences they plan to attend, where, when their earnings are going to be released, if they have any major event that they intend on hosting for analysts and investors, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, this helps me gauge whether they have enough activity there where they're going to probably have to rely on some sort of external support to accomplish all of that. So, that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do there is I also look at the press releases that they have issued on their website. Now, if you look at their press releases, normally I can find, or just about every time I look at press releases, it has the contact details of the person who is responsible for the investor relations area or department. Now, that's essential in order for me to get in touch with them. Once I have that information and I assess that they are a company worth pursuing, I try and reach out to those people via email. Now, writing emails and trying to reach out to people through email can be difficult because obviously everybody receives a lot of emails every day. So in order to increase your chances of engaging with these people or with this person, I need to personalize my emails, or I try to personalize my emails as much as possible. And how do I go about that? Well, I try to find out information about this person by doing some research on them. I normally look up their profile if they have one on LinkedIn, and I see if I might know somebody in common, whether we might have gone to the same school, whether we've studied in the same fields, something which allows me to provide some sort of, personalize in some way the message I'm going to be sending him through email so that he, it's more likely for him to engage with me. Once this person has engaged with me, I then follow up with a phone call, and I just briefly introduce myself over the phone. And my whole purpose of that is trying to, connect with this person a little bit more, but hopefully trying to establish a face-to-face meeting. Face-to-face meetings are extremely important in order to, keep going within the business development process and, eventually close sales. So, once I have been able to schedule a meeting, then I try and fit it into a travel itinerary where, I can visit as many people as possible in a very short time span. And the reason I need to do this in a very short time span is not only because obviously I'm interested in maximizing, my trips in the least amount of time possible, but it's also it's much more necessary in my case because I work for a company which is very restricted on cash flow. We're a startup, so we have to be very careful with our expenses. Once I've managed to visit these people, hopefully I can gather from them or enough interest where they'll ask me to write them a proposal. So finally, I'll go back and I'll try and tailor a proposal to their specific business needs. So, basically, if you research the companies properly, you can try and personalize emails to capture some engagement with the people you're trying to interact with. You follow that up with a phone call, and then you manage to schedule a face-to-face interview, and hopefully you can land a proposal, and hopefully you'll end up closing deals and sales. That's essentially what I do. I hope I've tried to explain myself somewhat clearly, and you have an idea of what my role as an investor relations advisory business development is.